Okay, time now is 10:54 a.m. on April 17th. Slept from 5:20 to 5:20 to 10:30, I think. Um yeah. Um yeah, I'm just really tired. Um don't know what else to say. I want to sleep, man. So last night I did finish Severance. I did finish 2 episodes of TV. Um, but I didn't file my taxes because I don't have the fucking W-2 form. Um, but I was almost there. I was filling in the forms and the names. I was filling in the names. It's so fucking complicated, of course. Like, to file my taxes, I have to go to a website called Sprint Tax, and then I need a W-2 form, and to do that, I need to go to adp.com to request for one. But in order to do that, I need to first sign up for adp.com, and to sign up, I need to use a special request code, and then for some reason, it still wouldn't let me, so it's a whole conundrum there. Anyways, not much else. Maybe I should just text Jayun. If I don't run into her later, I'll just text her. And if she doesn't respond, then I guess I'll have sleep tomorrow. If yes, then even better. I'll be seeing her tomorrow on set. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. There are two more trivial things that happened yesterday. One is I killed a spider. A random spider descended from the ceiling near my food area, right in front of me. It was really big, unexpectedly, but I killed it. Another thing is I actually ran into Vivian and her friend Claire after 290, but they just walked past us. Like, yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Today's Religion 135, CTCS 192, and then I'll immediately head home and then have lunch. And then there's a Kanzu meeting again, which is exciting. And then that's it for today. Hopefully today I have more time to do things, more time to watch films, sleep earlier, etc. Because I can't go on with this shit, man. I really can't. Even though in the last few days I haven't slept for any less than 4 hours, but consistently sleeping 5.5 hours every single day is a little bit, it's a little bit brain damage. So maybe I really, I should sleep more. I really do. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't remember what I dreamt. I think I saw a secondary school classmate though. Or was that yesterday morning? I already forgot. Yeah. we go.
So you pull that motherfucker. Goddamn.
It's not a lot.
Yeah, this is not a lot. Reggie, can you buy more?
No, I have spare chips. I have spare, just in case it's not enough.
Bro, what?
Oh my god.
Like, wait.
Special effects.
Here.
Special
Ew,
effects.
ew, ew.
Oh, that's fucking gross, dude. Okay,
Yeah.
we're just like
Yeah.
Pass this though. Yeah. So don't. Yeah. So pass this like where the sticks are, where the tripod is.
yeah.
Just be like.
You want
That is.
We wrapped.
Yay!
Clean up your shit.
No, I'm the one. Fuck. Fuck. What the hell? Oh my god, no way. What you looking at? What you looking at? What you looking at? Hey, 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 yeah. What up, man? What up? What up? You good? My man Robert. What's up, Robert? What's up? What's up, Robert? Okay, time now is 11 a.m. 11 p.m. Just came back home from the shoot, and I have some thoughts. Yeah, so today's a very long day, actually. I thought today won't be this long, but holy shit, it is very long. But yeah, I woke up, felt like shit, and then I went to religion class. So, okay, here's the thing. I woke up and I had a tiny suspicion that I'm gonna have a stomach ache, because for the last few days, once every 2 mornings, I get a stomach ache. And I shouldn't describe a stomach ache. I just think it's just, I have to go. And as expected, this morning I woke up and I'm like, well, fuck, I need to go to the bathroom. So I did. And the thing is, I woke up at around 11:10, and I wanted to catch the 11:50 bus, which means I have to leave my apartment at around 11:40. So I have about half an hour. That's not enough to go to the bathroom and take a quick shower and then have breakfast in half an hour. It's basically impossible. So I thought to myself, okay, so I'm gonna eat a muffin. And I also put the muffin in the fridge because it's starting to be moldy. Took out all the mold and put it in the fridge last night. I'm gonna shower super fast, and then I'm gonna change my clothes. I'm gonna heat up the muffin, and then right on time, I'm gonna wrap the muffin up in paper towel, and then I'll take it out. I won't eat it. I'll take it all the way to school, and then I'll eat it. In theory, I can enjoy my breakfast here, and I can walk to school, but I don't want to, man. I don't want to walk all the way from here to a Manson Center. That takes at least half an hour. That's time wasted. I also like the idea of chilling. So I did that, and holy shit, I was able to catch bus number 38 right in the nick of time. right on time. And I literally carried my blueberry muffin wrapped in paper towel and took it all the way to school and then ate it there. Went to SCA third floor, sat down, ate the muffin, looked at my phone, and hey, it's religion class. I walked slowly and dazedly walked over to religion class, and I sat down. I was on time, and it was chill, and I didn't fall asleep in class today. And then I left, and it was fine. And then we finished early. It was 1:30 p.m. when we wrapped, when we ended class. It was a wrap, or when we ended class, and yeah, and me and the other guy, his name is Justin. Again, this is like the 7th Justin I've ever known. I'm just gonna say his full name because there are probably 50 million people with the same name, but Justin Jew. I asked him, so we're going to Silai Temple, and he's like, yes. And he's like, well, but I'm not sure because Austin, the other Chinese guy with glasses, he hasn't been in class for like 2 days in a row, so I'm not sure if he's going. But we're going, so we hatched up a quick plan, and then we're like, okay, let's meet on Saturday. Boom. So, that's the plan. Now, went over to CTCS 192, and I was right on time. I was right freaking on time. I don't even care if I'm late. I walked very slowly to SCA, and I went into the class, and I sat down, and I listened to lecture. Today's class is about Asian American and American cinema, and it's actually interesting because it's almost about me. I'm not Asian American, but I'm Asian, and it's also about Chinese immigrants as well. Also, so basically Hong Kong immigrants, because the earliest immigrants to China are a lot of them are from Hong Kong. So I'm like, wow. So I was actually like listening attentively, but at the same time I'm doing like 3 different things on my laptop. I was doing research on where to go in Nice. I was also looking at Blu-rays. I was doing a lot of different stuff. But yeah, after class, I left, so I can see that Hugo and Andrew who have completely abandoned this class. Like, they're just nowhere to be found. So at some point I was dying of hunger, and my laptop's completely out of battery. It's 9% battery. I'm like, I can't stay anymore. And the professor's still going, even though it's nearly 5 p.m. already. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll go home. So I walked home. If I had to wait the bus, it would be a 30-minute wait. I walked home, and then I realized I only have 20 minutes left to, wash my hair and face. And then, wash my hair and face. And then, make lunch, and then go over to Zoom because at 5 p.m. someone's lazy is texting me, because it's the con team Zoom, where we have Zoom with Justin Chang, a world-renowned, or at least America-renowned film critic, chief of film criticism in New Yorker, but he's worked for Variety and he's worked for LA Times. And then so for about an hour and a little more, we chatted with him. And because I'm on Zoom and I don't want to eat during Zoom, it's like disrespectful. So I had to turn off the camera and then eat. But every time I turn off the camera, I eat for about 5 minutes. I turn on the camera for like half an hour, and then I eat for 5 minutes. So it's like the food kind of cools down and I'm still hungry. But yeah, but it was very informative. We did all the self-introduction, and he talked about like con survival tips, like how to find a balance between writing reviews and just enjoying films, and like some strategies to keep yourself awake, how to find potential people to interview, and just his past experience in general, and like the nature of the festival. Like some years it's good, some years the festival's boring, like just stuff like that. A lot of there are a few questions. I also asked a question. I asked about scheduling, and he's just like, yeah, you gotta plan it out carefully, but at some point it's just gonna be, it's just gonna be tough. But it's a nice conversation, and he's gone. And when I was in the Zoom meeting, I thought Sandrine will record it, but he's not. She's not. So I decided to voice record it myself. I thought Sandrine decided to not record it because Justin Chang requested to not be recorded or something. And it is only after Justin Chang left, Sandrine was like, "Oh, I forgot to hit record." And so I'm glad I actually secretly voice recorded it, even though I would love to have a video recording instead. But yeah, so that's that. All at the same time, I was like, fuck it. So I texted Jiayun. I was like, hey, so what's the summer's end update? And she texted back pretty fast. So, hey, texting's better than DMing. She texted back saying, oh, well, we're filming tonight on Taper. And I'm like, tonight? Because I met Reggie and he said it's Friday. And he's like, what, is he tweaking? No, it's tonight. And I'm like, okay. And then for a few hours, no response. And I'm like, okay, so, like, when? And she's like, 8 p.m. And then a whole hour passed, and, like, nothing. Is she just forgetful? Like, am I supposed to be there? So I texted her. So after the con Zoom meeting, it was like 7:30 p.m. I was like, hey, so I'm going to be there. Yes? And she's like, well, you don't need to be there, honestly. We're doing skeleton. And I'm like, okay. And for a split second, I was like, oh, well, great. So 2 months ago, I thought I would be on set with Jiayun, and that didn't happen because the shoot is in Fresno, and then there's the pickup day, and then turns out the pickup day is postponed, and then now it's finally here, and then she said, you don't have to come. Great. But then I was like, you know what, I'm going to push harder. So I said, how about the props? And she's like, what props? I don't know, mop, bucket? And she's like, oh, yeah, right. And I was just thinking, you forgot? You're like the producer of this short film, and you forgot that this scene has props? And she's like, yeah, sure, okay, bring it over. Okay, yeah, so the con Zoom meeting, it ended at 7:20. We spent another hour basically just talking about branding, social media. It seems that everyone has a different idea on what they want to do for social media, because there's this reality TV thing. So at first, it was Garrett's idea first to film our reactions to the con lineup release, but that didn't fucking happen because we're all too chicken shit to go to a bar at 2 a.m. I would go if everyone's going, but anyways. So that did not happen, and then we're like, I was in on it. I was like, okay, maybe we can all film reactions. Nope. Okay, fine, so forget about it. And then other people start having their own ideas. Like, yeah, let's just film reviews. Like, in my head, the ideal way is to film really stupid 20 to 30 second long meme videos, like unserious, shitty meme videos, like, ooh, 10 things you cannot miss at Cannes Film Festival kind of stuff. But then somehow people never really took me seriously or something. That's not the truth. People do take me seriously these days, but Matt and others were more leaning towards, well, I don't see what's the point if we're all focused on writing reviews and watching films. I doubt that we'll have time to make these silly videos. And then some other people like Garrett and Colin were saying, oh, but like maybe we could film, our thoughts, and like after watching a film, we could just film ourselves like talking about the movie. And they're like, yeah, it's doable, blah, blah, blah. And then at some point, Garrett just casually mentioned, oh yeah, I also have this, Asir mentioned, oh, I have a camcorder, I'm just gonna bring it and just like vlog, but it's like personal, it's nothing to do with you. It's just I'm just putting it out there. You're just putting it out there. And everyone's like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Like maybe we could mix some of that into our social media as well. And then Garrett was like, speaking of which, I actually want to make a, it's just for myself. It's just for myself, But I want to make a video where I try to get into the premiere of Eddington, and then maybe failing, maybe I got in. I'm just gonna film that as a personal thing. It's just personal. And then they're like, oh, it's great, And then I saw them too, and I'm like, well, I guess it's time for me to reveal. So I unmuted myself and I said, well, speaking of which, I'm also gonna film a bunch of stuff. Anyways, like I'll film myself eating food, trying to get tickets to a film, staying in line. I'll be filming those things anyway. And then they're like, oh, that's great. That's exactly what we're looking for. Then isn't that literally back to square one? Like in the very beginning, I'm not mad. I know it seems like right now I'm mad. I just find it kind of hilarious. I just find it kind of funny how roundabout this whole process is. Like in the beginning, I suggested like just vlog type videos, but like suddenly it's decided that it's too much. I mean, it is something, but it's not that difficult. Considering how much vlog I edit every single freaking day, it's like not the end of the world, really. At least for me, I can edit really fast. But, I was like, yeah, I'll film all that. And Tiger was like, yeah, it's good. And I, like a little bit earlier, I even like came up with the idea of filming people walking into the villa. And Matt was like, that's a good idea, but it's so corny and I won't do it. And I'm like, yes, I know. But in my head, I'm like, that's the point. People watch corny shit. But anyways, I'll be vlogging either way because I vlog all the fucking time. Ever since I was 13, I've been vlogging since. I went to Singapore when I was 10 and I vlogged. I went to France and Italy when I was 10 in France and Italy. I was like 9 in Singapore. I don't know. I vlog, like, I've been vlogging since I was 9. Like, maybe even before that. Like, there are, like, old videos of me when I was, like, 8. Oh, maybe that was too young. No, actually, maybe I was 8. Where I would just film myself talk. And it was just gibberish, but I would film myself talk. When I was 11, 12, I would put the digital camera on my bed, and I would talk to the camera about school and exam. So right now, me doing this and all the YouTube videos, it's just a natural progression of that. I've been doing this shit since I was 8. So, of course, I can do it. I don't want to sound like a narcissist, but it's literally, I've been doing this for more than half of my life. In fact, I'm 22 right now. I've been doing this for like 2/3 of my life. So, gotta do it. So, yeah. Anyways, I digress. With or without the social media team thing, I'm doing my own vlogging, and I'll be uploading on my YouTube 4 to 5 episodes. And that seems like a lot. That's not a lot, man. Japan was 13 episodes, by the way. And it's all filmed on a Sony A7 III. This time I'm using my phone. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, I'm still super excited for Con. I did self-introduction, and we all had to mention like a film we're excited for. And there are some interesting answers. A lot of people are excited for Eddington. Asir is excited for Wes Anderson. Colin is excited for Julia Ducournau. Camden is excited for Joachim Trier. And Matt is excited for Christian Petzold, which is like, ooh, a little artsy, a little side. And I mentioned Be Gone because it's not even officially in competition, but I have a gut feeling it will be. If Be Gone's in, that'll be my number one. That'll be my number one anticipated film. If The Way of the Wind is in, that will be the number one of the century, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, anyways, I'm still ultra excited for that. Okay, so Giants thing. So at around 7:50 I left. I got my bucket, I got the mop head, I got the mop, and I went. Took a free lift, went to campus, and I literally brought nothing. My phone, my wallet, Because the thing is, if Giant doesn't want me to be there and it's a skeleton crew thing, then it's like, I'll just be there, put down my stuff, and go home and eat dinner, and then come back after the shoot is over. Turns out it's like an ultra fast shoot, and it literally, like, it was just the whole shoot was like 2 to 3 hours long, I think. And like 2.5 hours maybe. So it was just me, my phone, my wallet, and the props, and that's it. It's actually like, quite nice. After, like, between 6 p.m. and 12 a.m., traveling around the campus is actually so convenient because of free Lyft. So suddenly I feel like I can take nothing, and I leave the apartment, and I can come back anytime, I can go anytime. It's actually really nice, but it's only after 6 p.m. So yeah, I arrived at Taper Hall, and I met Maddie, the black girl whom I've met very briefly a month ago when I gave her the sign and the name tags. And another guy, his name is Arturo. I thought he's white, turns out he's like Mexican or like Latino. And he's a little jumpy. I was like, he's like, what's your name? I was like, Enoch. And he's a little standoffish, and he just walks away. Yeah. How about your name? I had to find out later that his name is Arturo. So we went in, we sat down, not sat down, what the fuck am I thinking? We went into Taper Hall, and we don't have any permits. I love it, guerrilla filmmaking, that's the spirit. We went to a random bathroom on the first floor, and then we just set up shop there, and we're ready to film. And they're fucking serious. Usually guerrilla filmmaking for me is really guerrilla. Like, I have a digital camera, I have gimbal, I roll, that's it. But they still have like a C-stand and like a mini cart with some lights on it. They're like, wow, okay, it's guerrilla, but is it though? I mean yeah, it is guerrilla, but it's also like, there's at least a level of professionalism in it. I have no lights. For a lot of short films I've made, there's 0 lights. Like, Love and Death had 0 lights, just to let you know. I used 0 lights in Remain in Light and my last short film. I used 0 lights in Cloud Busting and My Bloody Valentine. Zilch. So, a little bit later, Giant showed up. The woman, the girl of the month. It was a little bit strange seeing her just there in a dark green crop top. Very messy, greasy hair. She's in a crop top, but like, it's not obvious. I think it's because she was wearing something else, like a cape or something. Like, I forgot, but like, her clothing is really like complicated. I can't see her completely. Like, anyways, she's there. She didn't say anything to me. So at this point, I'm like, wow. So we're not that close, are we? And now I'm thinking I'm pushing too hard, because the thing is, I don't know a single person here on set. I know Maddie a little bit. I've talked to Reggie a little bit. That's it. I'm also the only Asian person here. So aside from Maddie the producer, Arturo the DP, Reggie the director, we also have the 2 actors, black guy and another white woman, and then there's Maria, who is this Latina, and she's like the only film production student here. Arturo is really weird. Okay, so we're setting things up, and Reggie was like, how about the vomit? And I'm like, what? Because Giant told me we're not filming the vomit. We don't need that. And then they're like, no, but we still need it. But like, it's okay, because we're literally surrounded by vending machines. We could just take these vending machines, like take food out, and just like make something. Like potato chips, or there's potato chips, there's some banana milk. And then Reggie was like, Reggie's buying them. And Reggie even got cookies. And then we just crushed them up. And I was like thinking, I need a container. And then I realized, oh well, there's paper towels and or toilet paper, or like some kind of like toilet towels. I don't fucking know. Toilet napkins. I'm gonna take out some of them and to store some food, and then I'll use the potato chip bag itself as a container. And then Arturo's just like, he just got so excited and he just took over. He just took my bag from my hand without even asking me. And he's like, wait, I'll do it. I'm like an expert at this. Back in middle school, I do this all the time to fake vomit because I didn't want to go to school. So he started doing it himself. And I'm like, okay, great, haha. At some point, he asked me to stand in. And then he starts pushing me. He's like, he didn't say please. He doesn't know me. We only met each other like half an hour ago. And he starts pushing me. He apologized. He's like, oh, sorry. But he's like pushing me and nudging me. And he told me to like slide between the sink and the wall. A tiny gap. Which is really gross and uncomfortable. So at some point I'm making the fake vomit. And I was thinking of using the plastic bag. He just grabbed my stuff and he's like, I suggest that we use this plastic bag to mix those things and crush them up. And I ironically said, I'm suggesting the same thing. At that moment, I could sense a bit of tension between us, and that's really crazy, because usually I have no problem with anyone. I'm like the most agreeable, friendly person in human history. But tonight, something's wrong with me. I'm like, maybe it's because everyone on set today is younger than me and has less experience than me. So I was really stable, and I'm okay with offending people. And I'm like, I don't care as well. I think it's a nighttime thing. Like at night, I'm just like more nonchalant. So I could literally, if I piss someone off, I genuinely don't care. If I burn down something, I don't care. So, yeah. So like he rubbed it in. He's like, wow, we're both suggesting the same thing. Wow, great minds think alike. You're like the greatest PD ever. You're the greatest PD. Like, I'm filming short. Do you want a PD from me this Sunday? And I'm like, nah, I have to help out on another set. And then he's like, oh, that's a shame. So that was a little rough. But a little bit later, I realized that Arturo's just like that. He's like a little ADHD. And a little bit later, he's a little bit more cooperative. But yeah, we made the fake vomit. He just started grabbing the potato chips. And he grabbed some water and milk. And he just crushed up with his own hand. And he just slapped onto the mirror. At first, Reggie was like, oh, let's mess things up, but not too much. Because it'll be tough to clean up. And I'm the one who cleans up. I'm the PD. And he just messed it up. He's not even the PD, he's the DP. And he's fucking up the set. Without asking me. Without asking for my permission. And he didn't even clean up at the end. I cleaned up everything. He just got a little excited, I guess. What the fuck? He's just doing it for the sake of doing it. He's splatting it onto the mirror. Like, you can vomit, but sometimes you vomit and that's a little too dramatic. But anyways, I'm like, who cares? So they started shooting. Jiayun left for a long time and then came back with some sound equipment. And Jiayun's doing sound. Jiayun's doing boom up, and while Maddie's doing like sound mixing. So everyone's inside, and me and Maria were outside just fire watching. Maria's the gaffer. So we just talked, and she's a film production major. She's freshman. We just talked, and it was actually like a nice conversation about films. She just assumes that I'm like not good at filmmaking, or like I'm like new to this. So she asked me if there are any really good students in my 290, and I'm like, yeah, there's one, but she's also in CAMS, and you probably don't know her. I'm thinking of Cheyenne. Yeah, I think another person, like some people there, like this. I mean, I don't blame them because they don't know who I am. So the main character is played by Langston, this black guy. And he asked me, like, oh, so do you direct? Like, have you directed? And I'm like, yeah, here and there. You know, I've directed a few short films. Only after rap, Reggie was like, oh, this dude is an amazing director. It's crazy. And I'm like, nah. But yeah, and then for a great chunk of time, I just walked around outside, looked at my phone, and chilled. And I had no idea they were going to direct so fast. Another thing I noticed is, Jiayun's really controlling, or not really, but like a little bit, because Reggie's a tall guy, but he's also kind of like, oh yeah, haha, yeah. And Giant's like, you should rehearse now. Maybe rehearse the blocking. And then Reggie would be like, yeah, okay, yeah. And I'm just thinking, no, the producer and the director should work together. Giant's a little overpowering, which is cool. I like I like that trait, but not on a film set. Don't do it on a film set. Yeah, also, like, again, like, every time I see Giant, I have to, like, double verify whether it is actually her. Yeah. So, anyways, that's over. They wrapped at around 10:30 p.m., and I had to clean it up. Literally, I thought people would help me. No one helped me. But, like, I don't feel that bad, though, because I just survived Pit, and Pit was a freaking gross mess. This is nothing. It's gross. I'm in a bathroom sink, and I'm soaking up banana milk and crushed potato chips and cookies, which, when I say all this, it's like, well, it's not that bad. But, like, when they're all crushed together on a bathroom sink, it's gross. And people are like, ooh, it's so gross. Ugh. In my head, I'm like, oh, well, I've seen grosser. I've been in Pit, where it's black tar, cigarette, ketchup, coffee grounds. Like, I've been in worse. This is fine. So I helped clean up anyways. I used up all of their fucking toilet napkins. And I have to, like, drag it with my own. I wish I had gloves. Things I didn't know that vomit is part of the job today. But I did it anyways. When Jiayun came back, I was like, yeah, we did something really gross. And she's like, what the fuck? Did you do it? And I'm like, I was involved. But yeah, Jiayun was like, you ate. You're the GOAT. You're the boss. Like, all these buzzwords, man. And then at the end, I was a little frustrated because it's really fucking gross, and I didn't like that no one's helping me. And my mop dropped, and I just let it drop, and I ran upstairs to wash my hands. I came down, and I'm okay. And then we all wrapped, and I grabbed everything I have, and then I just went home. And yeah. But Giant's nice. Giant high-fived me. So I think this is actually the first time I really touched her hand. And she's not sweaty. She's not sweaty like Leslie. She's dry. But she's warm as fuck. I think Leslie's hands are cold, but, like, Giant is really warm. I think it makes sense. She looks like someone with a high body temperature. In terms of mass and volume, if you know what I mean. But yeah, she high-fived me. And then I also dapped up everyone else. And then we all just sort of disbanded. And then for a while, it's just me, Maria, and Jiayun walking towards Leon Gym. And I'm just awkward because they're both really close and they're just chatting, blah, 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 and they're talking about people that I don't know. And I'm just walking. And then, at the very end, I said goodbye. I casually mentioned to Jiayun, like, I met Reggie at, where I met Reggie? And she's like, Camps Fest. It's weird. I think Jiayun's not as smart as she makes it out to be. Because Jiayun would forget things, and Jiayun would not, she's not inquisitive like me. Like, if two people I know, but don't know each other, suddenly know each other, I would like, where, how, why? So I met Reggie at Camps Fest, and she's like, oh, sorry I didn't make it. And I'm like, it's okay. And she's like, oh, it's literally the worst night of my life. She and her friends went to watch a Minecraft movie, and they were high, and somebody started tweaking. Like, not like, haha, I'm going crazy tweaking. Like, tweaking from drugs. And like, she called an ambulance, and then turns out she's fine, so she had to be like, oh, well, never mind. And that was, like, very rough for her. I laughed out loud when she mentioned a Minecraft movie. I was like this. And that's weird. I never laughed that way. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm in front of Jagger and I start acting strange. I think it's also, today I'm just in a weirdly confident mood. So I'm like, which is a laugh that I like, blowing raspberry. not blown raspberry. I don't know. But yeah, I was like, oh, that's bad. Okay. And then I'm like, well, let's work together again, blah, blah, blah. And then they left, and then I took a free lift back home. I ran into cats, and I ran into a possum. That's it. Yeah, wow, very long day, super tired. Oh, yeah, when Giant showed up, she was like, "How late," which is like, I'm very tired in Mandarin. I like that she's mixing in Mandarin with English, but like, I can never make that switch. It's so fucking awkward. But I like that she's saying this because I'm there and I remotely understand her, even though there are literally 10 billion Chinese people in USC, including her. Yeah, even during our class, CTCS 192 today, the professor was talking about like, there's this song in the beginning of the film Chan is missing. Is it Mandarin or is it Cantonese? I don't want to raise my hand and say, oh, it's Cantonese, because I'm the only Canto speaker in the entire audience at that point. A Chinese girl sitting like far in front of me, the girl who hates Mickey 17, she's like, yeah, it's Cantonese. And I'm like, yeah. I'm just lurking in the back. And then the professor said a Cantonese name, and she's like, can anyone correct me if I'm saying it right? And there's like nothing. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, she's pronouncing it wrong. She's pronouncing it like it's Korean. It's Chan Hong. Which, I guess if I had to say it in English, Chan Hong. And then she calls him Chong Wong, which sounds more Korean to me. And hilariously enough, there's a Korean American girl here as well. Anyways, I'm back. And so good news. Since tomorrow isn't Summer's End's pickup day, it means that I have nothing tomorrow. Nothing. Zero. Which means it's time to sleep. Yeah. So that's great. Maybe I go H-Mart. I should do that, yes. But also, I texted Andrew saying, yes, I'm down to help out on 310. So Sunday I'm going to help out on 310. So low key, I hit all the check marks. I helped out on an MFA set for one day. I'm helping out on a 310 for half a day. I helped out for LMU. I did APCA stuff. I did indie stuff, my own stuff. Low key, I'm hitting all the check marks, right? I also walked past Brennan and he said hi to me. Brennan from Con Team. Yeah, so I'm doing well. I don't know what to do with this Giant thing. It's like, I don't know how I feel about her either. But she seems like a fun person to talk to. But at this moment, I've only seen one side of her. She's perpetually in this, oh, you ate, you slay. Okay, crazy, okay. And I'm like, that's not you, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see. I do still wanna just hang out with her, have a talk, something like that. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. Excited to sleep. Curry rice. Okay, time now is 2:36 p.m. on April 18th. Holy shit, I slept a lot. I slept from 5 a.m. to 2:15, like to 2:30, something like that, 2:15. That's crazy. I don't know when's the last time I had a natural sleep, but yeah, that was great. I love that. I don't think I even woke up once during the sleep. Like, I was just sound asleep for the entire duration of the night. So yeah, wow. Um, yeah, wow. That was really good. So, um, I woke up really late. Maybe I feel a little guilty about it, but it's okay because I don't have that much planned for today. Thank God the summer's end pickup day is yesterday. So today, now I'm free to do a bunch of other things like H Mart. I'm going to H Mart buying sushi, kimchi, etc. And if I have time, I'll hit the gym. And then that's pretty much it. Yeah, today's also the 8th year anniversary of my YouTube channel. So I planned to release my video essay today, but obviously it's impossible. I still have too much to edit. Um, but yeah. Um, yeah. Going to Sealai Temple tomorrow, and then going to see the Shrouds on Sunday. I also have a bunch of just miscellaneous stuff to do. Jayun wants to look for a costume designer for Rush, her short film, so I'm gonna follow up on that. I don't know. I still want to. The thing is, I don't really have any strong feelings towards her right now. Probably because we're not that close and I haven't seen enough of her. I'm just thinking like the conditions in which I fall in love is very specific and also very different, right? In the age of Mary, it's like she's a goddess and I'm a peasant, you know? And she's singled out among other goddesses because there's a mysterious quality to her. And then for Leslie, it's like completely different. I think for Leslie, it started off like we're equals, but obviously Leslie is much more powerful and much more resourceful and like badass and confident. But it wasn't a goddess and peasant situation. It was just I really respect her. I don't respect her. I just think I'm just amazed a little bit, awestruck maybe, but also just there's a griminess and a and an edginess to her that I really like. And then that's it. And then I think right now socially I am okay. Socially, Jayun is actually like higher than me. I'm not gonna lie. She's friends with everyone and she's ultra. You know, she's really active. So there's that. But I don't look up to her. I'm not like amazed by her or anything. Um, I'm just like, yeah, she's powerful, but there are like 3,000 other people who are just as powerful, if not more, in USC. Um, she's also not that edgy, I think. Maybe my standard of what is edgy and what isn't has changed. Because basically everyone's edgy in SCA in some type of way, or like 90% of people are edgy in some type of way. So like my definition of what edgy is kind of changing, but yeah, I don't know. That's true though. If you take a bunch of SCA people and take them to Hong Kong University, they will just stand out as a bunch of like punks, essentially, a bunch of alt emo punks with weird issues, especially people like Maisie and Colin and Anya and Cheyenne. Like, I don't know, but I just see them as just regular people now. Like, I'm a regular person as well, and I make really edgy shit as well. So, um, yeah, I want to do some follow up on HKOS. On Spotlight, I just bought the Pulse Blu-ray last night, and yeah, it's impossible to get a collector's edition at this point. But the moment I bought the Pulse Blu-ray in Grindhouse video, Diabolic DVDs Pulse just came back in stock, of course. But it's okay. Maybe if I buy it on Diabolic DVD website, it costs even more. I don't know. Either way, I've purchased Pulse. Um, and then yeah, and then that's pretty much it. Um, yeah, I still need to find an excuse to have coffee with Giant. I don't think she's that interested in me. I don't know why she sounds interested in me in the beginning. I don't blame her though, actually. Like, for her to completely ignore my texts um between the 310 screening and Christmas, and then Christmas we spoke a lot, and then she kind of disappeared, and she didn't uphold any promises because she's young, and she's also apparently she's forgetful. Like, she forget about props, and she forget about these things, and um she's forgetful. She's powerful because of her friends, but she's like not the brightest actually. I don't know. We'll see. But I think to be able to be on a set with her, even though the set is only like 2 hours long, I think it's better than nothing. So yeah. Also, extra thing. I don't know why, but my right feet is hurting. Um, the joint between the feet and the calf, it's actually hurting, and it's been hurting for half a day yesterday, like the second half, and then this morning I thought if I sleep it, if I can sleep it off, but no, it's still here, and it kind of sucks. Is this like related to is this like a sugar thing? Like, well, I don't know what's going on. Where the fuck is this? What the? Am I in Europe? Where the what? Where the fuck am I? What the fuck? What? Okay, time now is 11:04 p.m. I haven't had dinner yet. I'm starving, so this is gonna be a quick one. I just finished shower. Um, yeah, so today is quite calm. It's quite chill. I woke up super late, and I didn't really do much actually. I went to H Mart, bought a lot of food, came back, and including sushi. So that's what I'm having later. And then I went to the gym and hit the gym for about 40 minutes ish. I didn't do too much in the gym because I realized that the next 2 days I'll be having pretty heavy physical activity anyways. Tomorrow I'm going for a shoot in Sealai Temple. Um so yeah. Um but yeah, I did some lateral raises. I think I'm getting good at them. I did more than 4 sets. I did like 3 sets, and then I did individually each arm, and then I did 1 set again. And then I did like this, and then I'm like, wow, I've been doing this for so many months now. Instead of 15 pounds, let's try 20 pounds. So I tried for the first time a 20-pound dumbbell, and wow, it's significantly heavier, and it was really tough. I think I did like 4, and then it was so bad I couldn't raise it up anymore. I slammed it on the ground, and then I tried again. So I'm really trying to push myself in that regard. And then I did the chest shoulder thing, shoulder press, and then did some sit-ups, and then I left. And then here I am. Not much else happened really. Yeah, just not a lot. I still have, even though I think because I'm not on as many shoots, and also because I don't do as much YouTube these days, I have a lot of free time to complete other tasks, but I still have a lot of other tasks like HKOS. I'm thinking tonight I should do some graphic designing for the call for shorts thing. I feel like I'm not doing enough for HKOS. And in Spotlight, apparently the deadline is literally an hour later, less than an hour later, for the next round of edits. Of course, I'm not going to make that deadline. Duh. And filing taxes. I still don't know how to file them. I still don't have my W-2 form. No idea what to do with that situation, but I'll figure it out for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I did also Instagram DM this woman who did costume design for Imperfect Us, and the woman is perfected, and asked her if she's interested in being Jayun's costume designer, and she's like, yeah, sure, but please give me more details. So I'm waiting for Jayun to give me more details so that I could give her more details. Yeah, so loads of stuff to do. Not a lot of con updates. Sandrine at Enoch. So it is possible to link our YouTube videos on our Con Classics YouTube channel to the Reality Ends Here YouTube channel. And in my head I'm like, sure. I don't know. I've done YouTube for 8 years. I don't know you can link 2 channels together like that. The same way you can link 2 Instagram accounts together and post something together. Turns out that's not what, turns out she's wrong. Sandrine doesn't really know how YouTube works. So I received an email from the person who runs the Reality Ends Here YouTube channel, essentially saying that if you upload something on the Con Classics channel, I can put it on a playlist in my channel. Which is duh. I do that shit all the time. Or not all the time, but you get the idea. So, it is what it is. Honestly, I'll try my best to handle the YouTube and the social media side of things for our con team. But if it doesn't work out, it's who cares? The main goal of me being in con is to watch a lot of films and write reviews and interview people. This is secondary in comparison, right? So yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm jealous, really. Not much else. My feet is feeling a little better. And my coughing is slowly going away, I think. I'm suspecting maybe my room is just a bit dirty, isn't it? But I'm not sure. Yeah, but I don't really have a lot else to add. It's really weird that Cheyenne follows me on Instagram now, and I've been making some silly Instagram stories. I saw a possum last night, and then I took a photo of the sky today, and I posted it on Instagram, and Cheyenne saw them. And it's ooh. I guess that breaks the mystery a little bit. I feel like I may have a layer of mystery around me at this point because I make really crazy, edgy films, and I'm a little elusive. I don't post photos of myself too much. But I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you would see just silly, goofy, slice of life stuff because I genuinely don't care that much. That's it. I have nothing else to add, really. Wow. Oh, I need to buy a tux. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, time now is 10:27 a.m. on April 19th. I'm so tired. I slept from 5:30 to 10:15. So we're back to less than 5 hours again. Fuck. I really want sleep. I really want sleep. I really do. So, yeah, yesterday I guess I was kind of productive. I watched a film on Blu-ray downstairs. And I watched one episode of anime, even though I plan to watch more than that. And there's still stuff I didn't completely finish at all, like the Spotlight and the HKOS thing. But the graphic design stuff for HKOS is probably not that difficult, so I shouldn't procrastinate on that at all. And I still managed to sleep really late, you know? Fuck. I even talked with Justin T, and Justin T was like, we should watch Sinners. Why not watch it after May 1st? And I was like, what? That's like a little late, right? And then he's like, well, how about tomorrow night? And then in my head, I'm just like, that's a little early, because after today's shoot at CLI Temple, I probably would just want to go home. And again, I have Spotlight, I have HKOS. If I end the shoot at 5 p.m. and it takes like an hour and a half to get back home, it would be 6:30, and I would want to eat something, or take a shower. I don't know. I'd rather watch Sinners next week. Yeah, I'm really, really sleepy. Back to that sleep deprivation grind. Yeah, next weekend is pretty much the only time I get to have a day for sleep. So, yeah. I also haven't figured out what the hell am I shooting at CLI Temple. Literally, the shoot is later, and I can't believe I'm actually just gonna improvise. Maybe I should do some research like right now and get inspiration and write something immediately. I don't know. Yeah.
有屎。哦，我这个厨子，天哪！
Delicious corn. Also, this place is opened by Taiwanese people in the 1980s.
Okay.
So this.
I came here, there was a cat here.
Oh.
They wanted to keep him here.
Ooh. Thank you. All right. Time now is 9:35 p.m. Yeah, just gonna end it off today. Yeah, not a lot actually happened today, even though um I had quite an adventure, but like I think in comparison with other days when I usually go to school, not a lot actually happened. So I woke up and I felt terrible, and then I went to Sea Temple with Austin and Justin Zhu, two Chinese guys with glasses from my religion class. Justin Zhu picked me up at I was at my place at around 11:40, and then we zoomed over and we decided to have lunch. And his choice for lunch, I kid you not, is Delicious Food Corner. Yes, it's become last time, aka the first time I went to Silai Temple. We also went to Delicious Food Corner, me and Thomas, and that was like 2 years ago. Around the same time, 2 years ago, May, or was it June, or was it July? I forgot. So, anyways, we went to Delicious Food Corner, and yeah, it's pretty weird. Like, it's my religion class, and we're just sort of like getting acquainted. And we talked about stuff. We talked about anime. Apparently, I mean, I'm not surprised, but they both watch a lot of anime, especially Austin. And then we talked about like Hong Kong films, and I got to speak Cantonese just for a wee bit at Delicious Food Corner because it's a primarily Cantonese speaking restaurant. And then we had some pretty good food. We ordered wax sausage, pork, bo which is like stone rice, stone pot, clay pot rice. That's yeah. And then they both ordered bolo which is pineapple bun with a slab of butter in it, and then we got shrimp steamed rice roll, and then sweet and sour chicken. And that's pretty much it. And as expected, we couldn't finish it all, and it's we got to go, put it in a box, and eventually both of them um, let me have the sweet and sour chicken. So yes, it's an expensive meal for some reason. Oh, I also got milk tea. It's an expensive meal. It's like it cost me like $27 after tips, but like I'm getting another like meal's worth of sweet and sour chicken after this, so I'm not complaining. Um, yeah, went to Silai Temple, arrived at around 1:30, so we had about, oh, not even 1:30, arrived at around 2 p.m. So we had like 3 hours to film everything. I was kind of worried. Also, I was supposed to do some research on Buddhism last night, and then I didn't do it. And then this morning I was supposed to do it, and I didn't do it. And then during lunch I was supposed to do it, didn't really do it. And then by the time I arrived at Silai Temple, I was like, you know what? I'll wing it. So I literally winged the whole thing. I think neither of them, because they're not really film people, so neither of them really expect how much time it takes for me to set up stuff, especially given that I had a shitty monopod with me, gimbal, lens, plus the ND filter. It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort for me to like put everything down. Everywhere I go, every shot I film, I need to set stuff down and then set things up. And I've done guerrilla filmmaking like so many times already, like 9 times pretty much, or at least 5 times, you know. And and every time I do guerrilla filmmaking, I'm like used to this mode of filmmaking. I'm more used to this than like with the whole crew and everything. I carry everything. I find a spot. I set up shop, and then I set up the camera, and then someone does the fire watch, or we just leave it there, and then I go out there, get the shot, pick everything up, move on. And I pretty much follow the same formula here, but it was a bit tough because this temple, turns out there's not a lot of sitting spaces. There's not a lot of benches. Actually, no benches at all. We found a ledge where I filmed some stuff. The other thing is Austin is not a film person at all. He's a business major and he doesn't get it. Yeah, you'd think it's simple because he's just holding a camera still with the stick, but there are still things he does not understand, which I would normally assume anyone would understand. But I guess I'm taking film people for granted because there are many times where I would ask him to stay still, which he does try, but at the same time keep the horizon straight and flat, keep certain things in the center, and sometimes I would tell him to just don't touch anything, don't move at all. I'm just gonna do my thing and I'm gonna act in the shot. But he would still try to like, oh, so do I include your feet? Do I include this part? And I'm like, just don't question it. Don't question it. If I don't want my feet to be cut off, I'll zoom out or I'll tell you to stand back. Just don't worry about it. So we filmed a few shots and I completely winged the whole thing. I saw a staircase and I thought, oh, well, this is an interesting composition. What if I walk up and down the stairs? And then what if I take a peek out of the pillar? During lunch, I wrote a very simple bullet point list of about 8 shots that I want to have at least. And I got 7 of them. The only shot I didn't really have is like water, but I genuinely don't know where I could find like a river or a stream or something without traveling all the way to God knows like Altadena or something. Sierra Madre. So, yeah. So I filmed a lot. We went upstairs to the main temple, the main shrine area, and I filmed a very long take of me drinking water and looking at posters and everything, and that took 3 takes because Austin was not steady and he doesn't center things. And then I thought I should do the walker thing because why not? It just came, I think when we were on our way from Delicious Food Corner to that temple, it sort of like clicked for me. Not even clicked. I just got the idea. Yeah, why? I'm just gonna do a walker thing, a little timing Liang tribute. So I tried to do it, and it was really awkward, and I can't really do it as well as Li Kangsheng, but I still do it. And we did like so many freaking takes of it. But there's a really good composition because of the very clean marble floor. You can see my reflection when I'm walking really slowly. You see my reflection. And also with the backdrop of the sky, the diagonal line is actually pretty beautiful composition. Anyways, and then I filmed. Yeah, it's really tough. Again, I'm carrying so much. I'm also using ND filter for the first time. I literally unpacked it this morning. The ND filter. I unpacked it and tested it out in like 5 minutes this morning. And for a while, there was a moment where I dropped my ND filter. Because I was using my wide lens, and my wide lens, the diameter is 78 millimeter as opposed to 82 millimeter, I think. Or no, I think it was even smaller. I think it was like 74 millimeter. And so obviously the ND filter is not going to fit on it. So I tried to just like hold onto it with one hand. Man, moments like this makes me really want to have a crew. Like, I genuinely want a crew for this to pull focus. So it's AF the whole day. It's autofocus the whole day. But it's fine because there's not a lot of movement. But the ND filter is really helpful. But for a moment, I dropped the ND filter. And thank fucking God, it landed on my shoe. And then it plopped onto the ground. But the impact was way less. So the glass didn't crack. It didn't shatter. Thank God. It's literally the first day I'm using this. I literally unpacked it this morning. Yeah, another very silly thing is after I put on the ND filter, I can't put my lens cap on, and I can't put my lens hood on. So a lot of dust ends up falling onto the filter, and it ends up looking really... Ugh, I gotta clean it up. I swear to God. But it was helpful in general, and there's another thing I do is I use a wide zoom lens, my 16-35, and I put the hood on, which is like, it's sort of like convex. It's a little, it points outwards like this, you know. It's a little convex, right? So there's actually a way I could stuff the ND filter into the hood and sort of stick it there. That's really risky. But there was a point where I actually did that for a while, and it was really scary. And again, plus the fact that the tripod is terrible, the stick. Yeah, I really wish I had a whole crew with me. But yeah, so we filmed everything, and then we proceeded to... there's a couple of shots that I really wonder if I should even include it in the short or not. There's this really nice statue area, and I suddenly got the idea of, oh, why don't I like touch the statue? It's a little, you know, longing. There's a little, it's sensual, but it's like religiously sensual. It's like spirit, you know, spirituality and sensuality sort of crossing. So it's a shot of me walking up to a statue of a Guanyin Bodhisattva and sort of caressing their hair. It was a very beautiful shot. It screams La Chimera. But Austin was like, "Wow, it's kind of freaky though," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, it's my style." And then a little bit later, I Google searched, and I was genuinely thinking, should I have really done that? Turns out it's really disrespectful. Of course, if I do this to a Buddha statue, it's bad. But I was thinking it's Bodhisattva, so it's not as bad, but it's still pretty bad. So I probably won't even include that shot in any version of the short, because I do not want to be disrespecting any religion. And then I helped Austin film his music video for his silly little rap song about debating Confucius. It was fine, but suddenly a nun, came up and stopped us and was like, "Excuse me," and she spoke Mandarin to Austin, and Austin said sorry, and then we left. It's so funny too, because like 80% of the time today, Austin spoke Mandarin to me. And like just full on like fast-paced Mandarin. And I actually can understand him like 85% of the time. But I would respond back in English for the most part. But I like that he's speaking to me in Mandarin. I hope more film sets, USC. I hope more USC film sets are like that. But it's just kind of funny. But anyways, the nun sort of kicked us out respectfully. And then we decided to go out, and I was like, why don't we go up to the pagoda? So we went up the hill, and the thing is, like, I am pretty much an expert when it comes to illegally filming at places. So I was like, well, there's no one here, let's just film. So I asked him to film me a little more, and then we went up to the pagoda, and as it turns out, you can't take photos or videos neither outside nor inside. And then it sort of, again, an idea came up. There's a stone lion statue on a pedestal, and I'm like, why don't I just put my camera on the pedestal and just stand back? So boom, natural tripod, love it. And then I saw a car, and I was like, you know what, I'll just put my camera on the fucking car and use my own wallet as a mat for it to sit on so that it doesn't slide off. And then did that, and the shot worked. It's crazy. This feels illegal. I mean, it is kind of illegal, but it's just such a good shot. I won't include the Bodhisattva touching, but this I might actually include. Even though I'm not sure entirely. So, Austin's just completely defeated. Austin's like, yeah, this feels bad. Like, I feel guilty for filming here. You know what? Let's leave. So I went to a Meat Fresh, which is a Taiwanese boba dessert store. I didn't know there was a Meat Fresh nearby. And we went to the car park there, parking lot, and we filmed the rest of his music video there, which was a little while. But it ended up looking really good because it was sunset hours, or like the sun was coming down, and it was like there's a Malachian thing. And you know, when I'm holding the camera, I'm so much more confident than when he's holding the camera pointing at me, because I'm so much more flexible with the camera. So yeah, we did it, and they ordered more drinks, so I ordered one as well, but it's on Austin's tab. So a little bit later, we finished the thing. I shot a shot of like trees and the sunlight sort of coming through the tree leaves, which is really nice. It could be the opening shot, it could be the poster. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know. This is like the kind of short film that is done in the editing. This short film is written in the editing stage. I haven't written the voiceover script yet. I don't know what the sequence of the shots will be. I think this is the most heavily improvised film I've ever done because almost 95% of it is basically improvised. But I like it, and I should keep this light because I've already made 2 short films this year, and we're not even fucking halfway. So I'm done. This is going to be super improvised, and it's okay. Anyways, got my drink, the strawberry passion fruit tea thing. Came back home and arrived home at around 6:45, and then went back, went to the bathroom. Here I am. Yeah, for a second, I actually DM'd Justin T saying, hey, let's watch Sinners tonight. And then he's like, nah, I have other plans. And I'm like, okay. I don't even want to watch Sinners today because I'm tired. I just came back from Sea Temple and I barely have time to eat dinner. And, you know, I have other shit to do. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. The other thing is I texted Jayun yesterday about Amber, this costume designer, and Jayun's not responding. So I texted, hey, Jayun immediately responds this time. And she's like, oh my god, thank you, Enoch. What's her Instagram at? Let me text her. So I just set them up, you know. And now Jayun's directly texting Amber, the costume designer. So I'm glad I could help in any way, shape, or form. Despite the fact that Jayun is like the most connected girl since Katie. I have some connections that she doesn't, you know, just saying. So yeah, you know, glad I could help. And, again, there's a really good sort of mentality, and that is, I think at the very least, I think I and Jayun could be good friends. At the very least, you know? The interesting thing is we're very different. And I totally recognize that we're very different, personality-wise, the things we like. And I think that's great. Because with Leslie, I was almost misled in the beginning, thinking that we're similar. Because me and Leslie were both sad, edgy Asian artists. And for a moment I was like, wow, we really, like, we're like made for each other or something. But I think no matter who you are looking at, you shouldn't think that way, because no one is truly made for each other, in my humble opinion. Anyways, no news about tomorrow's 310 at all. Don't know why. Regardless, I'm going to the Shrouds tomorrow, and then there's an HKOS Zoom meeting tomorrow night. I just spent about half an hour making the little Instagram graphic for the call for submissions HKOS thing. Yeah, I'm glad I'm doing my part. Still have no idea how to file taxes. Oh, this is fucking stupid as shit. ALI, I thought the last 2 weeks I only have to meet for 2 hours. Turns out it's 4 hours, and I'm supposed to meet both of my TAs for 4 hours before April 23rd, which is 4 days later. How the fuck am I supposed to do that? I don't know. So I'm kind of fucked, and yeah, so I have no idea. Because we didn't meet at all last week. Nothing makes sense anymore. So, yeah. I may have to let the ALI person know about this. What else? I don't. Yeah, a Blu-ray came. Thankfully, no one stole it. That's it. That's it.